Hello students, today we are going to discuss mathematics of class 9th and here we are going to discuss lesson number 6 and you know very well what is the name of the lesson. Name of the lesson is lines and angles, and your exercise 6.2 is going on. Exercise 6.2. In previous videos we were discuss about the question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and I was given you suggestion how to tackle the questions, especially in this chapter, means in the lines and angles. I hope you follow that thing, and by follow that thing you were done the question number 5. That thing is given in your homework. Here we are going to discuss question number 6, and in previous video I was told you that this is very important question, because this question is called as a fusion question. You know the meaning of fusion in chemistry. Many times you heard this word fusion. Fusion means mixing. When we mix two or more things with each other, that is fusion. This is approximate definition because I am using this in mathematics, not in your chemistry. Okay, so don't take it very seriously. So here this is fusion question because somewhere we use the concept of physics also in this question. So we are going to proceed the process that I was told earlier. First of all, we have to read the question properly. What is the question? In figure, PQ and RS are two mirrors. These are not lines, these are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B. The reflected ray moves along the path BC. When it strikes here, it reflects and move along the path of BC and strike the mirror RS at C, and strike the mirror RS at C and again reflect back along CD. Then it reflect back along the CD. You have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. This AB and CD, you have to prove these two, this incident ray and this reflected ray is parallel to each other. Okay, this BN and CM is not given in your question in the figure. This is the construction part, but because I was done it earlier, that's why you are seeing here it. Okay, so now our turn to understood the figure. Okay, what thing is figure saying? This PQ is a parallel, PQ and RS are parallel mirrors. Means if we assume it will give you line also, but we are saying it mirror because here we have to use the phenomena of reflection. Okay, this ray AB comes as a incident ray and strike on mirror PQ at the point B. Then it reflect along the path BC, incident to the mirror RS at the point C. Again it reflect along the path CD. You know that when any ray incident on any mirror, it reflects in just opposite direction. Okay, because this ray can't pass the mirror, it just can reflect. So first of all you have to write what thing is given. Here given PQ and RS are mirrors, and as well as this thing is given PQ parallel to RS, and AB is your incident ray, CD is your reflected ray, and what you have to prove? You have to prove AB is parallel to CD. I told you that there is construction, and what is the construction? You have to draw the normals. This is the point B, you have to draw the normal at the point B, this is known as BN, and you have to draw the normal at point C, this is known as CM. And I think you know the meaning of normal. Normal means perpendicular, I suppose you know it. Normal means perpendicular. This BN is perpendicular on the mirror PQ 90 degree 90 degree. This CM is perpendicular on the mirror RS, means this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. And I just want to told you that because BN and CN are perpendicular to the parallel mirrors, that's why BN is parallel to CM. ओके, तो अभी तक आपको ये चीज़ें दिख नहीं रही थी, कॉपी थोड़ा सा नीचे थी, नाउ इट इज़ विजिबल. ओके, BN is parallel to CM. Now we are going to prove. Prove is not a very tough task, but just I want to suggest you that first of all you have to remind the phenomena of what is the relation between angle of incident and angle of reflection, because light chapter you were studied in your class 8 in the physics portion, and there was a chapter of light. When a light incident on a mirror, it reflects, and by the angle which it incident reflect by the measurement of same angle, and different things. So just we are going to use that phenomena. Proof. Here we know that what angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection. I think you know it. Now in the figure, look where is angle of incident and where is angle of reflection. Because AB is a incident ray, so angle between AB and BN, this angle is angle of incident, angle ABN, and BC is a reflected ray, that's why angle this one in between BN and BC, this is reflected angle, angle of reflection. And you know that angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection, that's why this angle is equals to this angle, that's why here we write measurement of this angle as x, both measurement of x. Okay, now this reflected ray BC work as a incident ray for the mirror RS, means angle in between BC and CM is an angle of incident, and angle in between CM and CD is an angle of reflection, because CD is a reflected ray. And you know that angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection, that's why this is equals to y. We let it. Okay, आप suppose कर सकते हैं इस चीज़ को, both are equal, so this is y and this is y. Write down all these things very properly. angle ABN is equals to angle NBC is equals to X. Let it angle BCM is equals to angle MCD is equals to Y. Let it also. Okay. Now look the thing in figure that this BN is parallel to CM. It is clear to you, because these both lines are perpendicular to the parallel lines. That's why BN is parallel to CM, and BC work as a transversal. I think it is also clear to you. This line BC work as a transversal. So this angle means angle NBC, this measurement of this is X, and this angle MCB, this angle measurement of this angle is Y. Both are equal. Why? Because these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal, and these angles are on the opposite side of the transversal, and the angle on the opposite side of transversal are known as alternate interior angle, and alternate interior angles are equal when lines are parallel. Okay, so here we have to write what? Here we have to write PQ parallel RS and PNCN are perpendicular, therefore BN parallel to CM. First of all, explain this thing. So by alternate interior angle, X is equals to Y. We can multiply 2 on both sides. Here you have to write multiply by 2 on both sides. So this is 2x is equals to 2y. And what is the value of 2x? Look it in the figure. What is the value of 2x? X plus x, this is 2x. And what is the measurement of, what is the name of this angle? Angle ABC, name of this angle. And what is the value of 2y? Sorry, what is the name of angle whose measurement is 2y? This is angle BCD, y plus y, 2y, angle BCD. It means angle ABC is equals to angle BCD. Okay, this thing is written here. Angle ABC is equals to angle BCD. And you know that these two angles are alternate interior angles, and alternate interior angles are only equal when lines are parallel. Here we are going to write this thing, which are alternate interior angle, and these angles are only equal when lines are parallel. It means AB is parallel to CD. Look in the figure again one more times. This angle and this angle, I am talking about when AB and CD are two line and BC is work as transversal, then this angle and this angle work as a alternate interior angle, and alternate interior angles are equal. It means what? It means lines are parallel, so AB is parallel to CD. This is the whole solution of this question, and this is very important question, so you have to fully concentrate on this question. Don't take it lightly. Now we are going to our next concept, and that concept is related to the triangle, and in triangle we will discuss angle sum property of a triangle. I think you know it also, ki what is the sum of all angle of a triangle, but here we are going to prove this thing, that sum of the all angle, this is your theorem 6.7 from your NCERT book, the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. We are going to prove this thing. Okay, so in given you can write a triangle is given to you, a triangle ABC, and you have to prove all sum of all three angle is 180 degree. This is triangle ABC. angle A is named as 1, means angle 1, B is named as 2, angle 2, C is named as 3, means angle 3. Okay. Here the construction is very important. If you are not capable to do this construction, you can't prove this thing. And I just want to tell you that this theorem must came in your examination just in 2 marks. Means in any examination this theorem maybe came, maybe in your periodic tests, maybe in your half yearly exam, maybe in your final exam, but in whole year one time this theorem came. This is the guarantee. Okay, so you have to prepare for this theorem very properly. Now I am going to discuss the proof of this theorem. The construction is, you have to draw a line which is parallel to base BC. Draw PQ through the point A. ये जो point A है, यहाँ से हम एक line PQ draw कर रहे हैं, which is parallel to BC. This line PQ is parallel to what? BC. That is PQ parallel BC. Now come to proof. Since this PQ is parallel to BC, so what you have to think about angle 4 and angle 2. This AB work as a transversal, and these two angles is just on opposite side of the transversal and in interior. So these angles are alternate interior angle. Okay, now write it. Since PQ parallel BC, therefore by alternate interior angle as well as angle 5 and angle 3 also. Okay, here AC work as a transversal. This BC is parallel to PQ and AC work as a transversal, and angle 5 and angle 3 just on the opposite side of the transversal and in interior. That's why it is also alternate interior angle. Angle 2 is equals to angle 4 and angle 3 is equals to angle 5, because alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, now next concept what we are going to use. Next concept is PAQ. This is a straight line, you know it very well. PAQ is a straight line, and sum of the all angle on a straight line is equals to 180 degree. But for this there are no theorems. This is just a statement. If you want to do this thing by theorem, then you have to use the theorem of linear pair. Now properly listen it. This PAQ is a line and AB is a ray standing on the line. Okay, means angle 4 and 1 plus 5. Look at very properly. Means ki angle PAB, angle PAB and plus line to this side of angle to this side of line and angle to this side of the line, and whole angle of this is angle QAB. Angle QAB. Sum of these two angles is 180 degree by linear pair. Clear? Angle PAB as it is you have to write, but you can break the angle QAB by what? Angle QAC plus this angle, angle CAB, angle CAB. By this, now this is angle 4, this is angle 5, this is angle 1. So by this thing you can say what? Sum of the all angle on a line is equals to what? 180 degree. Okay, now look it. Since PAQ is a line, therefore angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5 is equals to 180 degree, because these all angles is on the same line. Now replace angle 4 can be replaced by angle 2 because both are equal. Angle 5 can be replaced by angle 3 because both are equal. Replace it. In the place of angle 4 we have to write angle 2 plus angle 1. In the place of angle 5 we have to write angle 3, and sum of all these is equals to 180 degree. It is clear to you, I think. So sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. This is the proof. Angle 1 plus 2 plus 3. In systematic way you can write also angle A, because angle 1 is angle A, plus angle B, 2 is angle B, and 3 is angle C is equals to 180 degree. And now we can use this property for our upcoming questions. Okay, now we are going to discuss just a theorem whose proof is not necessary here, but you have to know the statement of the theorem and as well as result of the theorem. This is your theorem 6.8, and very useful theorem for solving the question. If a side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Okay, here is the triangle ABC. We can proceed any side. We can proceed BC, we can proceed AC, we can proceed AB. Okay, here what thing is saying, if a side of triangle is produced, means we can proceed any side, we can produce any side. Here we are going to produce side BC up to the point D. Then this angle 4 is work as a exterior angle, and in interior there are three angles, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. So angle 3 is not on the opposite इंटीरियर ऑफ एंगल 4. एंगल 3 जो है वो एंगल 4 के लिए एज अ अपोजिट इंटीरियर एंगल का काम नहीं करेगा, बिकॉज एंगल 3 इज़ जस्ट बिहाइंड, ये इसके जस्ट बगल में है. सो वी कांट से एंगल 3 इज़ इंटीरियर अपोजिट. yes, angle 3 is interior for angle 4 but not interior opposite. When you come to the interior opposite you will get angle 1 and angle 2. आप इसको ऐसे समझिए कि जो एक्सटीरियर एंगल है उसके जस्ट बगल में जो एंगल है ट्रायंगल का उसको आप छोड़ दीजिए, और बाकी जो बच रहे हैं वही दोनों क्या हैं, इंटीरियर अपोजिट एंगल्स हैं. ओके, सो दिस एंगल 4 इज इक्वल्स टू सम ऑफ एंगल 1 प्लस एंगल 2. जो एक्सटीरियर एंगल है वो इंटीरियर में आओ और उसके अपोजिट में जो एंगल्स मिले उन दोनों एंगल्स के सम के इक्वल हैं. दैट्स वाई एंगल 4 इज इक्वल्स टू एंगल 1 प्लस एंगल 2. दिस इज द result, and this is very useful result for the question solving. By this our discussion is completed. In our next video we will discuss about the some examples given in your NCERT book just before exercise 6.3, and after that we will discuss the questions of your exercise 6.3. This is the last exercise of your this chapter, but I just want to give you suggestion that don't wait for my videos for the examples and exercise question, because there are so much concept we were discussed earlier. You just have to try by yourself. Okay, and when I will give you the solution of exercise questions, examples, explanations, then it is very comfortable to you to understood the solution, and you will get the confidence also. So try to do. Okay.